I'm like, why do you deserve a raise if you've been running the city really Like, what job in the world do you keep getting more money, all that, when you're like, and there's cracks on the ground, there's crack heads on the ground, there's butt cracks in the ground, like there's everything, so many cracks, all over.
Alright guys, something bad happened to a JK fan.
Oh no!
Why do we always do this?
Oh, because in this case we can actually help.
Oh.
How?
This is one of our fans who lives in San Diego.
Santiago.
Someone from a Mexican community, so that's... Oh, you don't like that?
No, I do. Like, I just feel bad.
Oh.
He feels bad.
I thought you didn't like that. No. She's from Mexican community.
I'm from San Diego.
Oh, then you're gonna love this.
Okay.
She messaged me and then I was like, message the JustKiddingNews because I don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to deal with this shit. Yeah, I'm busy. I'm in Hawaii. I'm on the beach.
Yeah.
So this has,
don't tell me your struggles.
This has one of your favorite elements of Injustice.
Okay.
You're gonna get real fired up, trust me.
Is this like Elmo trauma dumping? I just learned about that term.
No, what?
Did you hear about Elmo? Real quick, Elmo on Twitter. He says, "How's everyone doing today?" And then everyone started like launching paragraphs.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
No, it's
and then
not
I learned
that.
that's what trauma dumping means.
It's not that.
Yeah.
So what happened is her family, they live next to a flood channel in San Diego, I believe.
Oh, there's huge floods in San Diego recently.
Yeah. So this neighborhood has been begging the city for a long time to unclog the channel. And we all know what that's like when the city doesn't want to do something and you just keep hounding them and you still never do it. The thing will happen that everyone's afraid of.
You just need China to come and they'll clean it up real quick. Have you seen San Francisco?
Yeah, that's true.
So say China's coming and they'll go, oh shit, let's clean everything up.
Also, shout out Flint, Michigan. Nothing ever happens.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Nothing got fixed.
No.
On January 22, there was a pretty bad rainstorm, but it wasn't as bad as so many others that they've gotten. Only a very select few neighborhoods experienced disaster because of this flood channel being clogged. And what happened is it caused a flood so disastrous for her neighborhood that every one of her family's cars is totaled. And they won't work because they've been,
Like submerged pretty much.
Salvage title all around for everything. Her entire family home was completely flooded and now they're staying at a motel, kind of moving place to place. The city did declare a state of emergency, but they still haven't provided any assistance. They just
They're just like, guys, an emergency is going on.
Yeah.
I did a good job.
And
You tweeted about it.
one of the most the way that they've even been able to get by is just members of the community helping each other out.
Yeah.
Sharing resources, getting their own boats and ladders to get people up to
Wow, another example of the community just coming together and government, it's like not helping and you're like, wait, I spend so much money like every week giving all this tax stuff to the government. I don't know where it's going.
Yeah, here's a video that she sent us about,
wow.
and this is, so you can see exactly what it looks like.
Whoa. Damn, that is crazy.
That car is swimming, dude. Damn. That's a whole freaking river.
Holy shit.
2 días después, mismo lugar.
What is that, a refrigerator?
That's just because
That's at least 2 feet of water.
6 for most of them.
6?
Good guess, though. Good guess.
Well, I was looking at the car.
I think, in some areas, yeah, too, but I mean, she specified that they had, I think in their house, it reached like 6 feet or something. People had to get up on the roof, and there were a lot of disabled people that really couldn't do anything about that. So, but neighbors came, helped put people on rooftops. Like, what a crazy thing to have to do.
Right.
But so the bunch of neighbors were grabbing kayaks and literally just helping each other out. I don't think her family has an answer yet on how they're gonna get through this. She said her dad is older, doesn't speak English, so even trying to navigate the assistance that's gonna be offered is kind of challenging for them.
Why did they just unclog the drain, man?
Yeah.
There's too many leaves and branches.
Like if your whole house, and it's not just your house, right? It's like the whole community. Like, does the whole community like move out? Like, what do they do with those homes?
And it's like a specific insurance that would only cover this. So you have to get like flood insurance specifically. It's not like normal.
And in San Diego, why would you have that?
And in any kind of flood or any kind of disaster where it looks like it might be the city's fault, then what you have is litigation between the insurance company and the city, which never fucking ends.
It'll get worked out though.
Yeah.
In the meantime, you're sleeping in a boat, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's one of those things where the sad part, like when I see this, it just fits right in that little pocket of like, oh yeah, it's a bad thing, but not bad enough to the people that need to fix this that they might just sweep it under, and we might all forget about it.
I think if it's a poor neighborhood, like they don't fight as hard as rich neighborhoods that can fuck some shit up with their own team of lawyers and all that.
Yeah, they're not ready to do that. Yeah. They can't even they're more preoccupied with what are they going to eat and where are they going to sleep. That's the crazy thing about it. So here's like another. This is from one of the. Looks like one of the city meetings. There's like a saying that says, "We're brown, don't put us in the ground. We're all equal." During a city council meeting, this guy who's disabled.
Seeing the look on the guy's face just breaks my heart.
Yeah, he's one of the people that literally has been asking them to clean the drain.
I've been there 8 years. City has not done nothing to clear that creek we got. We only got 4 storm drains. What was Mayor plan before? Plan now. We need something now. We need homeless vouchers to hotels. We need something. I'm disabled. My daughter was out there rescuing neighbors, elderly neighbors. No help. I was in the city calling the city at 8 o'clock in the morning, knowing how it gets there. No answers. That's why I'm frustrated, because they know how the community gets right there. Last week, that little rain that you had, the pump truck was out there. Why weren't they out there Monday, knowing how that neighborhood gets? It's time for him to step up and do we're brown. Don't put us in the ground. We're all equal. It's time for him to start a plan now. It's time for him to open his eyes.
So it is that sentiment of like, because the neighborhood's predominantly Mexican, maybe
like
San Diego
more-
doesn't give as big of a shit about it.
Yeah. Like kind of left behind and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks, dude.
So if you guys would like to help assist our friend, there's going to be a GoFundMe link in the bio. It is going to be called San Diego Family Help Recover from Flood 2024. This was a totally unnecessary thing that never would have had to happen had the proper channels been clear for drainage. That's the only reason why it flooded, which is really sad.
I don't understand like why you see the price for some of these things to just get fixed, right? It's like 20,000 or maybe even 100, maybe at the most $1 million. And then like all of a sudden you see news like the city is now going to be spending $1 billion on a new statue, or like, and you're like, what the fuck? And then they couldn't solve this shit.
Politicians give themselves a raise every fucking year, right? But no help for these guys. That's the best thing.
I'm like, why do you deserve a raise if you've been running the city really shitty? Like, what job in the world do you keep getting more money, all that, when you're like, and then there's cracks on the ground, there's crack heads on the ground, there's butt cracks in the ground, like there's everything, so many cracks all over. And then the city just keeps, I want to know, like, I don't know enough. This happens there's so many countless stories about local governments fucking up like this, right? So I want to know, like, why there is a crack in the system where this keeps happening.
Well, I guess here's a small example that I had to deal with my 4 years at Fashion District. There was a drain right in front of my studio that was constantly being filled up by homeless people using it for storage. So they would lift up the slab and they would put bags of their stuff in there, and then what would happen is if it rained and they didn't get their stuff out in time, it ended up clogging further down the drain where you can't access it. So then it would rain and my entire studio would flood with water because so the landlord was like, that's not my problem, that's the city's problem. I would call the city. I called every possible number you could think of to get that thing unclogged. In the 4 years, not one thing was ever done other than me having to call the fire department, and the firefighter was nice enough to try his best to unclog it, but he can't reach.
But he's not a plumber. He's a firefighter, not a pipe clogger.
He can't go 400 feet down the underground to go get it, but in that 4 years, I always got the same answer. Like, yeah, we'll come next week, we'll come next month, we'll come, and not one till this day. Someone else owns the studio now, and they still have that problem.
That's why we need revolution.
But it's a thing where like you can never expect like your local government will fuck you if they can. They will.
Yeah.
It's a sad.
And then also like
Viva la revolution.
it's not it feels like it's the most unmotivating job to have. Like, have you ever had to do some city shit before? You go to the city and like half of the folks look like they just hate life.
They're pissed that you're there.
Yeah, they hate that you're
Like you're trying to get a permit for something. They're like, they look at you like, why the fuck are you even here? I'm trying to flirt with her right now.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just getting the mayor's license. I'm just here to.
But it's also like, why the fuck are they there? That's their job.
Well, that's why you have so many of these like investigative reporters that are helping regular Joes like actually get answers from the cities they live in. It's because that is a sentiment. Like I have a friend whose sister's a county clerk here in LA. She handles lawsuits that the city deals with when someone slips on a pothole or whatever. They won't even fucking address it until that person is so annoying that they have to.
Yeah, that's the game.
It's actually a good tactic.
Instead of making the actual problem go away, the person complaining is the problem, and then they make that go away.
It's just a
And they just pay them
silencer.
off.
Yeah, exactly.
So they don't fix the problem; they pay them off.
Yeah, it's just like you'll see the pothole your whole fucking life until someone's pissed enough that it's there or sues because of an incident.
Or if they finally get to it, they spend $500 million to install a stop sign.
Yeah.
Because they have to call in all of their homies and then like
Yeah, I feel like it's a constant effort that has to be performed by the citizen in order to counteract corruption. Corruption is default.
Yeah,
It's a citizen's duty to like constantly fucking flashlight that shit. And it sucks that it has to get to this point for this entire community, but we wish them well. Visit the GoFundMe in the bio if you guys can, and help provide some support.
And hopefully we can give more money to Ukraine too soon too. Good job.